Okay, this is the music theory video on inversions. Music theory on inversions. And what we're going to deal with in this video is triads and inversions. A triad is the prefix tri means three. So a three-note chord is what we're going to look at. So if I draw a staff up here, my 5 lines and 4 spaces, I'm going to put a treble clef sign here. We're just going to work with the treble clef right now. Now let's take a very simple chord, triad. C. We're going to do a C major chord. Well, a C major chord, you start with the C, of course. You go up a third, and you get to an E, and you go up another third, and you get to a G. Okay? And that is a major triad, a C major chord. Okay? I will probably refer to them as chords instead of triads as we go. But it's the C major chords. And the notes to this are C, E, and G, of course. Alright, now, if this is a C major chord, C is considered your root. Okay? Your root is C. Okay? And this is a C major chord. So a good way to do this would be practice playing this on the piano. C, E, and G. Now let's go to another easy chord. We're going to go to an F chord, which we've probably played before. You've played, you may not realize what you're playing all the time, but an F chord would be F, you go up a third, A, you go up another third, C. F, A, C. Okay, this is an F chord, and your root would be F. Okay, and we're going to do one more. We're going to do a G chord. So G chord, we're going to start on G. We'll go up a third to the next line, up another third to the next line, and that's a G chord. G, B, and D. That's your G chord, and of course your root would be G. So the root of a C major chord is C, the root of an F major chord is F, the root of a G major chord is G. If we were doing anything else, it's the same thing. The root of an A flat minor chord would be A flat. So whatever chord you're playing, that is your root. Okay? So let's go back and let's draw another staff here. And let's just start with the C major chord. Now, I'm going to draw a C major chord again. Remember, the root of a C major chord is C. I'm going to draw my C, my E, and my G. That is considered root position because the root is on the bottom. So if you have a C major chord, the root C, if the root's on the bottom, it's considered root position. Now, I can have another C major chord. I can do an E, a G, and I can take this C and I can move it to the top and I can put my C up there. Now, I still have an E, a G, and a C. A C, E, G. Just like I have here, C, E, G, C, E, G. So that's still a C major chord. All I've done is I've taken the root, which was C, and I've moved it to the top. And now my root is on top. So we call this first inversion. Okay? That's first inversion. Now, as long as it's C, E, and G, it's a C major chord. You can play that on the piano. You can put the pedal down on the piano and play C, E, G. And then you can play E, G, C, and you can play all the way up. As long as you're playing those 3 notes, it's a C major chord. It's going to blend and sound real nice. And we do that at your lessons, of course, on the piano, where you can see it that way. But this way we can just see it on paper. Now, if I want to do this in another, we've got the root on the bottom there, the root on top there. Well, we could put the root in the middle. So if we're going to put the root in the middle, we're going to leave our C here. We're going to draw our E up here. And we'll leave our G here. So basically what we've done is we've taken our E, moved it to top. But what's important is where is the root? The root is in the middle. C, E, G. With the root being in the middle, we call this second inversion. read that on the board here, but anyway. Root position, the root's on the bottom. If the root's on the top, it's first inversion. If the root's in the middle, it's second inversion. As long as it's a C, E, and G, C, E, and G, C, E, and G, and as long as it's those three notes, it's a C major chord. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's do the same thing with an F major chord now. I'll draw my treble clef here. If I want an F major chord, it's going to be F, A, and C. Okay, that's F, A, and C. That's an F major chord. My root is F. Since my root's on the bottom, that would be root position. Now, if I take that F and I move it to the top, I'll have F, and I'll still have my A and my C. F, A, C. F, A, C. It's still an F major chord. I've just moved my F to the top, so that's first inversion. Now, if I want to have it in second inversion, I'll just leave my F there. It's going to be in the middle. For second inversion of a triad, my root is in the middle. So there's F, I still need an A and a C, and I want to get them as close as I can together. I don't want to put my A down here and then go way up here for a C. I want to keep them as close together as I can. So my A is going to go right here. This is treble clef, so that's F. If that's F, we go up to the next space, it's G. Go up to that line, of course, it's A. Okay? So F, A, and then we need a C. Well, here's the C. Okay? So all of that is F major triads. F, A, C, F, A, C, F, A, C. As long as you're playing the F, A, and C together, it's an F major chord. The root F can just be in different positions. Okay? All right, let's do one more. Let's do the G major chord. Okay, and draw my staff and my treble clef. And a G major chord. I'm going to start with my G, go up a third, get my B and my D. There's my G major chord, G, B, and D. It's in root position because the G's on the bottom. Now if I move the G to the top, G, B, and D, oh, I still have a G major chord. G, B, and D makes a G major chord. And then I can keep my root in the middle. G's my root. This is a B up here. If this is a G, the line note would be an A. The space of it would be a B. So this is a G, this is a B. I still need my D, so I'll put my D down here. There's my D. So G, B, and D. As long as I have that, here's a G, B, and D in root position. And here's a G, B, and D in first inversion. This is a second inversion. So this is a little introduction to inversions. Inversions, basically, it just means to invert something. Basically, you rearrange it. Okay, that's what that means. So that's a little introduction on triads and inversions. And you can, of course, do the same thing on the bass clef. Let's just do one on the bass clef just to show you. It's the same thing, just written out different. So we have our bass clef here. Let's take our C major. Okay, C major is going to be C, E, and G. Okay, that's in bass clef, C, E, and G. If I want to make it first inversion, my root is C in a C major chord. There's a C major. If I want to move my root to the top, I'd move it up here. This is middle C now. Right above the bass clef. And then I've got my E and my G. C, E, and G. Okay. Now, if I want to put it in second inversion, my root's in the middle, so I'll have my C here. If I went up to the next space, it would be D, so I go to this next line, and that's an E. Okay? C, E, and I'm missing my G, so I'll put my G down here, G. So as long as I have a C, E, and G, it's a C major chord, no matter what order I write them in, as long as it's a C, E, and G. The truth is I could spread them way out and have a G way down here and an E here and a C way up here, it would still be C. It just wouldn't be quite as easy to play because it would be spread out. So these are basic inversions that I'm showing you right now.